What is up, everybody? We are back, and today we have the last and final episode 3 on the Road to Reconciliation series. Today, once again, we have a skit with myself, Mike Howard, and Kyle Crim doing amazing acting. Today, we're going to be depicting neglect and how to deal with it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Mike, bro, you ready to live?
Dude, I'm so ready. What we hitting today?
Man, you know, same thing we hit every day. Chest and vibes, baby.
Yo, Kyle, Mike, what's up, guys? I think I was going to hit arms today, too. Do you guys mind if I lift with you?
Well, I mean, as you can see, we've already started, and, you know, we lift a lot more weight than you. I don't want to be racking and unracking all these weights all the time. I'm trying to get out of here. So I think you're just going to have to find somewhere else to go, bro.
Oh, okay, I understand. I'll go lift by myself. See you guys around.
In this video, you saw two friends leaving out another one of their friends during a workout. This is a great example of a destructive behavior that is more commonly known as neglect in the communication world. Neglect is when people stand by and let the conditions in a relationship get worse. A few examples of neglectful behaviors would be ignoring someone, treating them poorly, and avoiding the discussion of problems in a relationship. And that last one is what I really want to focus on with this example. Here, Kyle, who is in the tan shirt, is currently neglecting his friend Coleman, who is in the black shirt. Kyle could have simply just let Coleman live with them. It cannot be that hard, especially if they're doing the exact same workout. It's not that hard just to add one more person into your lift. Or if Kyle and Mike was the one in the white shirt, if they really were in a time crunch and really had to be somewhere, then Kyle could have just voiced that in a much more kind and polite manner to Coleman instead of being condescending and rude. At the end of this video, we visibly see that Coleman is hurt by Kyle's comments. And this is when Mike has a great opportunity to step in and use a constructive behavior known as voice in the communication world. Using voice when confronted with relational issues is a direct and constructive way of talking about problems. As I mentioned previously, the main aspect of voice that I think Mike should use is talking to Kyle about problems in a relationship and really making that effort to change Kyle's negative behaviors. Mike does not need to step up and use his voice right when this scenario happened. He can wait until him and Kyle are in the room after. But really, Mike needs to use his voice and tell Kyle how he saw Coleman was visibly hurt after the interaction. He can continue telling Kyle, hey, Coleman is one of our friends. Like, we don't want him to feel neglected. We don't want him to feel left out. And Mike can really use his voice to try and keep the relationship between everyone healthy. To further advocate for Mike using voice in a scenario like this, I read an article by Barbara J. Hill about how society needs to adopt an alternative set of conflict resolution styles. Ultimately, in a scenario like this, Hall touched on how the stereotypical or the cool thing to do, it's definitely not for Mike to approach Kyle and be like, hey man, like what you did wasn't cool. What you did hurt somebody and you can't be doing that. But without having that conversation, Kyle might not even know that he hurt Coleman. It's just something that needs to be brought up in order for this all to be put to an end. And like I said, Mike approaching Kyle, it's not the fun thing to do. It might be a little awkward. It might be a little weird. But ultimately, in order for everyone to, get back on having good and healthy relationships, it's something that needs to happen. That's all I got for today. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and listening. I hope that this was helpful to you all in some way. For those of you who are really interested in this topic of neglect and how to deal with it, down below in the description, I'm going to link a website about just different ways and strategies to deal with neglect, essentially. So please like and subscribe. Keep up the support. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And I will see you all on the next episode. Peace.